Welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to use AI agents to extract data from boarding passes. So I manage the travel management in a business, and extracting the data from each and every boarding pass of an employee manually and creating the record is very time consuming and hectic. So to solve this, I have created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect. How this AI agent works is that I create the record of all the boarding passes that I receive from my employees in my folder that I've created in my Google Drive. So as soon as I'm going to upload a new file in my Google Drive folder, automatically an AI agent is going to extract the details from the boarding pass, like the flight number, name of the employee, date, time and other details. And as the data is going to be extracted by the AI agent, automatically that AI agent is going to create the record of all the details in my Google Sheets. So now, if you want to learn how to create this AI agent for yourself, for your business, then let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to use AI agents to extract data from boarding pass and automate travel management. So I am someone who manages corporate travel for a company. I use Google Drive to create the record of all the boarding passes which I receive from my employees after their business trips. I use an AI agent to extract key points like the employee name, flight number, travel date and time. After extracting all the details, I use Google Sheets to organize and track all the travel information efficiently, which helps me maintaining records, process reimbursements and preparing reports. And I'm going to create this amazing AI agent with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect/INR/. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. As I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the products that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as AI agents to extract data from boarding passes. This is the name that I want to give to my workflow. And for the folder, on the left side of my screen, you can see I have created these many folders in my Pabbly Connect account. And from these folders, I'm going to select a specific one in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select AI agents as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of AI agents to extract data from boarding passes, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One is the trigger window, other is the action window. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. Firstly, I'm going to set up my trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Google Drive. As in my Google Drive, I'm uploading all the boarding passes that I'm receiving from my employees in the company. I want that as soon as I'm going to upload a new boarding pass in this folder that I've created in my Google Drive, automatically the trigger over here in this workflow should capture the response of that. And that is why for my trigger application, I've selected it as Google Drive. And the trigger event over here is going to be new file in specific folder. As soon as in this folder boarding pass, a file is going to be uploaded, automatically the trigger over here should capture the response of that. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that it says Connect. I'm going to click on this button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on Add New Connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, it says Sign in with Google. Click on this button right here. Then you can see over here this dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for me to choose an account. So these are the accounts from which I'm going to select an account in which I'm uploading the boarding passes. So I'm going to select the account from here. After selecting the account, it is asking for the permission for this account. For that, I'm going to click on this allow button, as this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this allow button right here. And as I've done that, you can see I've successfully authorized Google Drive to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for me to select the folder or the subfolder in which we are going to upload the file. I have created a folder in the name of boarding passes. So for the folder, I'm going to select from the drop down as boarding passes, okay? After selecting the folder, over here it says save and send test request. As I'm going to click on this button right over here, what is going to happen? The last file that was uploaded in this folder is going to be captured in this response in our trigger right here. So before clicking on this button, I'm going to upload a new file in this folder. For that, I'm going to click on this new button and I'm going to upload a file right here, okay? So this is the boarding pass. I've created a test boarding pass. I'm going to upload that test boarding pass right over here. You can see the boarding pass has now been successfully uploaded. This is a test boarding pass. You can see this is a dummy boarding pass for the test, as I'm going to show you how you can extract the details from this pass right here, okay? So as now I've uploaded this boarding pass over here in this folder successfully, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, over here we have received the response. In the response, we have received the link of our file right over here. I'm going to use this web content link. Do not use this web view link right here, okay? So if I'm going to copy this web content link from here and open it in a new tab right over here, you can see it says sorry, but we do not have access of this page. Okay, so now this file that I've uploaded in this folder is not accessible to everyone. You can see on the top right corner it says private to only me. That means our AI agent can also not have the access of this file right over here. So now what we are going to do is we are going to simply make this file accessible to everyone. And I cannot just simply go over here. We have to just manually make this file accessible to everyone. That is very time consuming and hectic. So instead of making every single individual file accessible to everyone, what we can do is we can simply make this entire folder accessible to everyone once. And as we're going to do that, all the files or images that we're going to upload in this folder is automatically going to be accessible to everyone. Okay, so now let us make this shareable. For that, click on this name, go to share option right over here, go to this restricted option and click on this anyone with the link right here. As I've updated the access, you can see it says access updated. Now you can see this folder is shareable to everyone. As the response over here is the non-accessible file, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply recapture the response right here. For that, I'm going to again click on this save and send test request button. In front of you, it says response B. Now I'm going to copy this content link from here and open it in a new tab right over here. You can see automatically an image is downloaded, and this is the same boarding pass you can see that I've uploaded in my Google Drive folder, okay? So as now we have made this file accessible to everyone and the response has been captured over here in our trigger, this means that Google Drive is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now, if you're going to upload a new file in a Google Drive, automatically the trigger over here is going to capture the response of that. But if you do not receive the response instantly after uploading a file right over here in your Google Drive, then do not worry. As Google Drive is a polling based application, it is going to take at least 10 minutes is the trigger time. This is the polling duration. It is going to take at least 10 minutes to send that new data to Pabbly Connect, okay? So if you do not receive the response immediately, then do not worry. And if you want to make any changes in this trigger time, go to three dots, click on this set trigger time option right over here. This dialog box is going to appear, and over here in this drop down, the minimum trigger time is 10 minutes and the maximum is 24 hours. You can select the trigger time over here according to your requirement. I want it as 10 minutes, so I'm going to select it and save the change, okay? So now as our trigger setup is done, now we're going to set up our action step. And now what my objective is that as soon as I have this file right over here in my trigger, now what I want is I want an AI agent to extract the data from this file that I've uploaded in my Google Drive folder. For that, we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application, I'm going to select my AI agent. And for the AI agent, I am using OpenAI. But if you want to use other AI platforms, you can use that according to your requirement. I'm going to select my AI agent as OpenAI. And that action event over here is going to be extract content from PDF image, as now we're going to extract the details from this file that we have uploaded in our Google Drive folder, okay? And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, over here it is asking for the token. Using this token, we are going to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. Over here for the token, we have to generate a new token. For that, click on this hyperlink given here below in the help desk right here. As I'm going to do that, you're going to land towards the API keys page of your OpenAI account. And now to generate a new key, click on this create new secret key button right here. It is asking for the name, give the name to the key, select the project, give the permissions as all. After filling in all the required details, click on the secret key button right over here. A new token is going to be generated. Copy it from here and simply paste that token right over here. As I've already done that, so I'm going to select the existing connection and click on the save button right here, okay? After doing that, firstly, it is asking for the OpenAI model. For the model, there is a drop-down from which I'm going to select GPT-4o Mini. With the help of this model, I'm going to extract the details. If you want to select any other models, you can select it from the drop-down right here. After that, it is asking for the image PDF URL. Now for the data of this field, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. So what is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how it works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, this was the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, this was the same response that was captured in our previous step, in which we have received the link of the document from which we have to extract the details. Okay. So this is the link right over here. I'm going to use this web content link. You also have to use the same web content link right over here. So I'm going to select the data of this file right over here from my previous response. As now I've selected the data from the previous response, what happens is the data is mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data, okay? Now after that, over here it is asking for the prompt. With the help of this prompt, what we are going to do is we are going to extract the details right here. Now for that, I'm going to enter a prompt right over here. I'm going to write the prompt over here as I want the details extracted from the above boarding pass. So this is the prompt. I want the details extracted from the above boarding pass. So after entering this line, what all are the things that I want to be extracted? So I'm going to write in all the details right here. It says like traveler name, flight number, departure date, departure time. Okay, so these are the fields that I want to be extracted. So I've entered the data of the prompt right over here. So now with the help of this prompt, this AI agent is going to extract all these details that I want right over here. But I want these details in a structured format, in a JSON format. So now in order to do that, we can use this amazing feature that is structured output, with the help of which we can receive the response in a JSON format right over here, okay? So now what we're going to do is, in order to enter the structured output data, we have to enter a JSON schema. With the help of the JSON schema, the structured output is going to generate the content in a JSON format. Now to generate your own JSON schema, over here in the important note, go to this link right over here. As you go to land towards the link, you can see the structured output page of your OpenAI account. And now we're going to generate a JSON schema. For that, click on this generate button, in which you need to describe all the things that you want in your JSON schema, and this AI is going to generate that schema for you. So now right over here, in order to describe all the things, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to write it right over here. I'm going to simply search for notepad right here, okay? So this is my notepad over here. Now what I'm going to do is, in this notepad, I'm going to enter the details that I want. Firstly, I want the traveler's name. So I'm going to write over here as traveler's name, traveler name. Okay, firstly I want the traveler name. So now what is the traveler's name? It's a type of text. So over here what I'm going to write it as type of text. Traveler name is type of text. And now I have to describe a little what is traveler name. So over here I'm going to write it as I want the name of the traveler from the boarding pass. Okay, so this is the description. I want the name of the traveler from the boarding pass. I'm going to write over here full name. Okay, we need to describe what it is. Now after the traveler name, what I want is I want the flight number. So over here I'm going to write it as flight number. Okay, what it is, it's a type of text. Again, I'm going to write it as type of text. And now over here I'm going to describe I want the flight number from the above boarding pass. Okay, so this is the description. In the similar manner, I'm going to add in all the required details that I want in my JSON schema right here. So you can see that I've already mentioned all the things that I want over here in my JSON schema: traveler's name, flight number, departure date, type of date, the scheduled date of flight departure as mentioned on the boarding pass, departure time, type of number, the scheduled time of flight departure as mentioned in the boarding pass. These are all the details that I want. So I'm going to copy it from here and paste it in this generate field right here and click on this create button in order to create a new JSON schema right here. And within few seconds, this AI agent is going to generate the schema. Okay, so now I'm going to simply copy the structured output schema from here and paste it in this field right over here. Okay, so this is the structured output JSON schema you can see right here. Now after filling in all the required details over here, I'm going to simply click on this save and send test request button right here. And you can see that within few seconds, this is the magic of this AI agent. It has now extracted the data from the boarding pass in structured JSON format. There's a traveler name, that is John Doe right over here. Flight number is right here, departure date, and the departure time. If I'm going to open this boarding pass, this is the name you can see right over here. Over here, this is the flight number you can see right over here. Similarly, you can see this date right over here, that is 10th of July 2021. And over here, this is the time you can see right over here. Okay, so as you can see, the AI agent has extracted all the details right here. Okay, so this means this AI agent setup has now been done. Now as we have the extracted details, I want to create a record of that in my Google Sheets right here. For that, I'm going to add an action step to this workflow, and for the action application over here, I'm going to select it as Google Sheets. An action event over here is going to be add new row, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which I'm going to select the existing connection, but if you want, you can add a new connection. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this save button right here. As I've done that, it is asking for me to select the spreadsheet, which is going to be travel management sheet. So I'm going to select the spreadsheet as travel management sheet from the drop down right here. Then it is asking for the sheet. So for the sheet, I've created a single sheet in the name of sheet 1. So for the sheet, I'm going to select it as sheet 1. Okay. It is asking for the employee name, flight number, departure date, and the departure time. So firstly, the employee name is the traveler's name. So I'm going to map the date of the traveler name right over here. For the flight number, I'm going to map the date of the flight number. Departure date, I'm going to map the date of the departure date. And for the departure time, I'm going to map the date of the departure time. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, we have received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my spreadsheet and check whether the record of the details has been created in my spreadsheet or not. For that, I'm going to open my spreadsheet. And yes, you can see right over here, the record is now successfully created. Employee name is John Doe. The flight number is right over here. This is the departure date and the departure time. You can see the record is now automatically been created. This means now we successfully build this AI agent with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now let us test this AI agent whether it's successfully working or not. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload another test boarding pass in this file right over here. And after uploading the test boarding pass, I'm going to check whether the record of the extracted details has automatically been created in my spreadsheet or not. Okay, so firstly, let me upload a boarding pass right over here. So this is another test boarding pass that I've created. I'm going to upload that in this folder right here. As I've done that, you can see over here another test boarding pass has been uploaded in this folder right here. Okay, the passenger name is again John Doe. You can see right over here as this is a test boarding pass. This is the date, that is 10th of December 2017. This is the date right over here, and the timing is 7:45 right here. Okay, so you can see over here, this is another test boarding pass that I've uploaded in this folder. Now I'm going to wait for 10 minutes and check whether the record of the details that are extracted by my AI agent has been created in the spreadsheet or not. And why am I waiting for 10 minutes? Because I've already told you Google Drive is a polling based application. It is going to take at least 10 minutes to send that new data to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I'm going to wait over here for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, after I waited for 10 minutes, you can see the record has now been automatically created in my spreadsheet. Employee name is John Doe. You can see over here this was another test boarding pass in which the name is John Doe. You can see right over here. Okay. After that, over here you can see this is the flight number AC2505. Over if I'm going to go back, this is the flight number AC2505. Okay. Similarly, the date is 10th of December 2017. As this was a test boarding pass, you can see over here the date is 10th of December 2017. And lastly is the time, that is 7:45, and you can see over here the boarding time is 7:45. Okay. So as you can see over here, the record of the details from my boarding pass has now been successfully created in my spreadsheet. This means this AI agent that I've created using Pabbly Connect is now successfully working. So now to sum up till now what we have done, the trigger is Google Drive new file in specific folder. As soon as I'm going to upload a new boarding pass in my Google Drive, the trigger is going to capture the response in this workflow. Now over here we have received the file, and the AI agent, that is OpenAI extract content from PDF image, is going to extract the details from the file that I've uploaded in my Google Drive from this trigger response right here. And as now this AI agent is going to extract the details, the record of it is going to be created in my spreadsheet using this action step, that is Google Sheets add new row. And in this manner, I have created this AI agent to extract the data from boarding passes and automate the travel management in my business. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.